Welcome back to Top 30. Just 24 hours after being transferred to a West Virginia prison, Whitey Bulger, the notorious mobster who once led Boston's Winter Hill Gang, was found dead in his cell at age 89. With more, we're joined by Law and Crime Network host Jesse Weber. So, Jesse, Bulger's story is one heavily tied to the FBI, but you're learning more about that relationship.
That's right, Kristen. In the months leading up to his death, he was trying to make contact with members of Congress and other politicians because he said he had more information about FBI abuse and FBI corruption, which is not so surprising considering the fact that he was implicated in 11 murders and convicted on that while he was still an FBI informant. So he was doing all this while he was under the protection of certain people from the FBI. And he said in a documentary, I think back in 2014, there were other people on his payroll from the FBI other than John Connolly, who we all know was his famous handler from the FBI. So if he had other contacts, you could see why he was trying to contact people about other information.
Okay, so we've heard a mafia hitman may have been to blame, but what do we know about how Bulger died?
So I'll say this, I don't think he died from natural causes. We can't forget the fact that Whitey Bulger had a lot of enemies. In fact, when his death was announced, there were a lot of people in Boston, including mafia figures, who were very happy at the fact that he's no longer here. But by the fact that you put him in general population with people that are serving life sentences, what do they have to lose by being the person that may have killed Whitey Bulger? And I want to talk about this prison. This prison has had complaints before that 2 other inmates relatively recently were killed, and they were put in general population. So the question becomes, why was Bulger put in general population? And why was he transferred to this prison, and it was only less than 24 hours after being transferred to this prison that he winds up dead? You can say, is that coincidence or is that suspicion?
Wow, so many questions. Jesse, thank you so much. For more on this case and others 24/7, head to lawandcrime.com.